let's talk about cinnamon. So cinnamon has been growing in Sri Lanka for thousands of years. That was sort of its secret location, and Arab traders started to take cinnamon along the Silk Road and trade it in other parts of the world, including places like Egypt, where it could be used for spices or incense, or also embalming of mummies. It was used in parts of China and eventually made its way to Western Europe, and that is kind of when things, all things cinnamon related, got a little bit violent. So in the 15th century, the Portuguese discovered cinnamon's location in Sri Lanka, and they took over the island. From there, they held onto it in a monopoly until the 17th century, when the Dutch decided to come in and take over the area and monopolize the cinnamon trade in an even tighter fashion. And in fact, they were even known to sometimes burn cinnamon trees that they discovered growing in other parts of the world, so that they would always maintain their monopoly over the spice. Cinnamon, of course, is now very common. It's not necessarily the same kind of cinnamon that was growing and traded back then. So what I'm holding right now, this is probably cassia, which is a variety of cinnamon. It's just not the Ceylon cinnamon that is very, very highly prized. And it still grows in the same part of the world. It is the bark of a tree. In fact, you can see here, I have a box that is actually carved out of cinnamon. And this is what I use to store my cinnamon. I got it in Vietnam. And it is still one of the most highly prized spices today. It is still used extensively for fragrance, for spicing our food, and even has some medicinal properties that can still be used today. So don't take it for granted.